Good day, ladies and gentlemen of the press. Once again, you're welcome to today's press briefing. Edo State COVID-19 response press briefing in the third wave. At this point, I want to call on Dr. Obamoyi to give us the updates.
Today, we'll quickly run down the events of the last 24 hours. We collected a total of 461 samples across the laboratories and the state. We picked 97 cases. The samples positive results came from ISTH laboratory, 55, UBTH 10, Edo Specialist Hospital 8, and RODT kit deployed around the state, 24. We had 20 recoveries from our various centers. 9 of them came from home care at ISTH. The facility, 7 came from ISTH, whilst the Obasanjo facility, 4 persons were discharged. We however had 2 new deaths. Our total confirmed cases now stands at 1,212. Right, we now have 610 active cases. Across our facility, we have 38 persons on admission, with Stella Obasanjo Hospital having the highest number now. We discharged a few, like I itemized earlier. So the total discharges now stands at 121. We now have 59 mortalities in the third wave. Essentially, those we lost were a 61-year-old male that was admitted into the hospital on the 14th at precisely 4:21 p.m. He was a known diabetic and hypertensive. The admitting SpO2 was 74%. That's the partial pressure, that's the oxygen saturation. The admitting blood pressure was 160/74. He died yesterday, precisely 12:05 a.m. He had sepsis. He had uncontrolled DM with sepsis-focused COVID pneumonia. He was unvaccinated. The second, the 73-year-old male, also admitted into the hospital on the 15th. Precisely 9:44 a.m., admitting SpO2 was 69%. The blood pressure was 106/58. He died yesterday at precisely 3:15 a.m. He had some cardiac issues also because he's a non-hypertensive. He was unvaccinated. In our own care front, this is where we stand now. We now have 288 mildly symptomatic and asymptomatic cases that we are managing at home. 267 of them have been discharged. So for our surveillance activity, those that are positive, and anybody that is in close proximity or that is in contact with these persons, we follow them up. So far, we have reached about 1,123 of them. We have picked 51 that are symptomatic, 38 testing positive among those that are symptomatic. We have exited 640. There's a duration, 10 to 14 days that will follow them up. If within that incubation period, if you don't show any symptoms, you are exited. Those we are still following up is 483. Our facility searches now stands at 220, while the community is 230. So here, we just try to look at 9 weeks into the second wave and 9 weeks into the third wave. Where are we? So you can see the samples that we have collected at about the same time, looking at the 2 waves. You can see our confirmed cases. We collected more samples now, and we have more confirmed cases. The active, we have more now. But what is significant here now is that we have less recovery, and we have more deaths compared to the second wave. We have almost doubling the number of deaths that we had in the second wave. And this speaks volume to the Delta wave and the way it is spreading. More reason why this third wave should be taken more seriously. Cumulatively, we have done over 73,000 samples now. counting from the first wave. Over 6,000 confirmed, which represent 8.4%. We now have 610 active cases and 244 deaths. Thank you very much. Essentially, just a summary of what I've presented so far. Basically, we have, if you noticed yesterday, our samples collected was not as much as this. We have done significantly more than 50% more than our target. We picked 97 new cases, 2 new deaths, 20 discharges, and our test positivity is 21%.
We have actually listened to Dr. Bowoyi, and some salient points were emphasized in his presentation. We are observing that more deaths are occurring during this third wave for the same period of time, virtually like over ×2 the number of deaths we have encountered during the second wave. That tells that there's actually serious need for us to step up our game in terms of preventing the spread of this virus. And it actually informs us again that this third wave is more deadly than we had in the first and second waves. So our appeal, again, is for us to observe the non-pharmaceutical measures that have been put in place by ensuring that we avoid crowded locations. This is important, particularly now as we are moving into another weekend when activities of various celebrations are at top levels in the state. We're begging and encouraging people to use their face mask, wash your hands regularly under running water, use the hand sanitizer when possible, maintain social distance when you are in a location where others are, and when it is not necessary, avoid going to locations that you must not go to. For instance, if it is not absolutely necessary that you attend a social function, avoid it so that you can stay alive. And most importantly, we have a more sustained means of preventing the spread of this virus, the severity of the virus when one is infected with it. That is the use of vaccines. We're encouraging people to take advantage of the available vaccines and get them, administer to them. And also disregard the various social media negative information relating to vaccines. The vaccines are safe, and nobody who has taken the vaccine in the state has died following the administration of the vaccine. So we want to appeal to everyone once more. We have enough vaccines, and we encourage them to access the vaccines across the 18 local government areas of Edo State.
The majority of people most people that are symptomatic, a lot of people that we are picking now are symptomatic. Now, majority of them are at home. A large proportion of those that we have admitted are those that are above 50 and they have comorbidities. So, baseline, the people in the hospital, majority of them are above 50. I can confidently tell you that more than 95% of them are above 50. So, if you look at those that have died and those that we have discharged, is a fraction of that huge percentage. Because the younger ones tend to do a little better, but they are super spreaders. Those above 30, 40, they have the virus, but they're carrying it home to our parents, and our parents are not able to withstand it the way the younger ones are withstanding it. So they are dying more from the disease, even though now we saw a few persons that are younger than 50 succumb to the disease for one reason or the other. But in the majority, I'm sure by Monday I will give you a total breakdown of the percentage that we have of over.
Most of the persons who are above 50 also admitted are discharged after treatment. If you look at the number of deaths compared to, you had about 30-something persons are on admission. We had only 1 or 2 losses, and that means the rest who don't die will eventually be discharged and they get well. So it's not like everybody that gets admitted dies from the COVID-19. We treat, that's why we are treating, that's why we have the treatment facilities across the 3 senatorial districts, Edo North, Edo Central, and Edo South. As much as we're noting the people are dying But we know that those who are above 50 stand a higher risk of dying if they get infected. That's why we are appealing that they should all access the vaccines available in the next door. On that note, I want to thank you once more, and I wish everyone in Edo State safe weekend and stay COVID-free. Please access the vaccines that will be available all through the weekend at the various locations today at the mosque, alongside with other locations, and also by this weekend we'll be at many of the churches, so that those who wish to get vaccinated can readily have access to the vaccine. Thank you very much, and have a blessed weekend.